Good morning, students. I am Sainath Chaitanya, Assistant Professor in Department of ECE, and today microcontroller laboratory. Today's discussion is how to interface your 8051 microcontroller with DAC. So in the DAC kit, the integrated circuit, the IC module what I am using here is AD557. In the microcontroller, I have used port 0 and port 1. The port 0 is interfaced with the dip switch and the port 1 is interfaced with your DAC kit. Inside the DAC kit, I am having a module or an integrated circuit, that is AD557. And the output of your 8051, which will be in a discrete format or which will be a digital data or the digital information, is given to your DAC module, and the output of your DAC module is forwarded to the CR board, that is cathode ray oscilloscope, from which we can able to see the analog waveform. What kind of analog waveforms we can able to develop by using this 8051 microcontroller programming? Okay, any kind of analog waveforms I can develop here, like a triangular waveform, sinusoidal waveform, ramp waveform, step signal, or a staircase signal also I can able to develop. Now, the specialty of the AD557 module inside your DAC kit is this AD557 can be obtained in unipolar configuration, having a logic 1 of 2.55 volts and logic 0 will be of 0 volts. Okay. The output of your AD557 is nothing but some data that is connected to your cathode ray oscilloscope, by which I can able to see the analog waveforms. Okay. Now I can generate the step signal by programming the 8051, and I can also obtain the triangular structure like this. And I can even generate a damped waveform. Many number of things I can able to generate by using by programming the 8051 microcontroller. Now, staircase also I can able to update. Yeah, let us like how to develop the programming, the thing we will discuss now. As we have studied in our digital electronics that the very familiar digital to analog converters are binary weighted resistor and R2R ladder. By using this 8051, how I can able to achieve an analog waveforms. This is the concept for today's discussion, right? So this 8051 port 0 I have completely interfaced with the dip switch. So I am using here 4 dip switches. Let me name the lower nibble of your dip switch as A, B, C, D. Whenever dip switch A is on, I will be generating my square pulse on the CRO, and whenever dip switch B is on, turned on, I can generate triangular waveform, and whenever subswitch C is turned on, a ramp waveform will be generated, and D corresponds to a staircase will be obtained. Now you will be getting a point that 8051 microcontroller is a digital integrated circuit. Then how can I able to generate the analog waveform or the analog output structure is the question. So the port 1 is acting as an output port. This data which is in a digitalized format is given as an input for your DAC kit. This AD557 module or IC which is present in the DAC kit will be taking care of the conversion. The digital data is converted into the corresponding analog waveform according to the given data. Right. Now, how it is going to happen? Let us discuss by taking an example of your square pulse. Okay. On the x-axis, I am going to call this x-axis as a time axis, and it is y-axis as my voltage axis. As I have mentioned you that AD557 can be obtained in the unipolar configuration whose logic 1 will be 2.55 and logic 0 will be 0 volts. It is having a resolution of voltage resolution of 0.01 voltage, that is 10 millivolts. Okay. Now this is my square pulse I need to obtain on the CRO, right? So let me assume the time period or the fundamental period of this square pulse is 10 time units. Here the time units may be, it may be a millisecond or it may be a seconds or it may be a microseconds or whatever it is. And I am assuming here the square wave is having 50% of duty cycle. 50% of duty cycle means 5 time units it will be in on state and 5 time units it will be in off state. So let me go with 5 milliseconds and this one will be 5 milliseconds. Okay. Now P1 is the output port. Okay. P0 will be taking care of which among the 4 have to be generated at the output by making on the corresponding subswitch, the output will be generated there. Okay. Now if subswitch A is turned on, how I have to write the logic now? So P1 is the port which is taking care of all the everything, right? So this square pulse is having 0 volts at logic 0 and the highest voltage will be at logic 1. So why not I should consider like this? Logic 0 is simply a 0 volt and logic 1, because 8557 anyhow it is producing an output logic 1 as 2.55 volts. That means this square pulse is having 0 volts as its lowest swing and the highest swing is present at 2.55 volts. This is the output. So who is taking care of the output? Port 1 is taking care of the output. Coming to the port 1, the port 1 is nothing but it is having 8 pins. Okay, lower nibble this is and this is the higher nibble. So when this port 1 will be said in logic 1 states, when all the dashes are filled up with 1. That means the corresponding hexadecimal value for logic 1 is FFH and the corresponding hexadecimal value for your logic 0 is 00H. Now after having this information I can able to program in easier manner in easily. Very easy. Okay. Now if A, that means if subswitch A is enabled, P1 initial value of your square pulse is logic 1, that is 0xFF. These have to be present for certain amount of time, that is 5 seconds delay of some duration or some time unit. Next step, P1 equal to 0x. After this P1 equal to 0xFF sustaining for some time interval called offered by a relay. Next the status of your P1 will become 0x00 and this 0x00 will be remained for again same time some amount of time, and you can close the definition of your can close the instructions. These instructions are producing us the square pulse. Okay, so hence I completed how to generate a square pulse. In the similar manner I can able to complete how I can generate a triangular signal as well as the ramp and next staircase. So this is my triangle. Let me consider only first period. Okay, and if I keep that one in a while loop, the triangles will be getting repeated successively for certain time period. This is my voltage axis, this is my time axis. As I have mentioned here that the resolution of your 8557 is 0.01 volts and the highest voltage of your triangle is logic 1, that is 2.55 volts here, and the valley point of your triangle is 0 volts. Okay, I will assume a scenario that is if the voltage resolution is 10 millivolts, Let me also assume the time resolution also as 10 milliseconds. Here to here, that means from P1 equal to 0 to P1 equal to 220, 255. How many number of instances we have to undergo? That means at t equal to 0 seconds, my value of voltage is 0. At t equal to 0.01 second, my value of voltage is 0.01 volts. At t equal to 0.02 second, my value of voltage is 0.02 volts. And at t equal to 2.55 seconds, the value of my voltage is 2.55 volts. This 2.55 volts, which is nothing but your logic 1. This logic 1, that means from voltage 0 volts to voltage 2.55 volts, how many number of iterations the voltage have to pass or the voltage had undergone. So from 0 to 2.55 volts, the voltage have undergone 255 iterations of time. 255 iterations of time it had undergone. That means I can develop the program now in this manner, like this logic, like else if the B switch is turned on, I can use, because it is a while it is a continuous loop, because I don't want to generate only a single triangle, a number of a sequence of triangles. If I would like to generate means I can use the while loop here. So while of 1. Now let me take an internal for loop, like for int I equal to 0. How many iterations? I is less than 256, I plus. So these number of iterations of time the voltage is taking. Now P1 equal to I. So for P1 equal to 0, next P1 equal to 1, next P1. That means P1 here it is taking directly a decimal value, because P1 can take hexadecimal value like like FF. That means it can accept an hexadecimal value of FF. It can even accept the hexadecimal value of 255 also. There is no problem. So here the P1, the I value is extracted into the P1. For how many times the I value is extracted into the P1? For 255 iterations, the I value is getting extracted into P1. So at I equal to 255, the value of your P1 is 255, which is nothing but FFH in hexadecimal format. So from here to here, the P1 got its highest logic 1 value. Okay. As soon as the for loop is completed, the iterations are completed. Next, you need to write one more for loop, that is for j equal to 0. Sorry, j equal to 255. J is greater than 0. J plus minus. So again 255 down iterations it also have to undergo P1 equal to J. That means I can complete the upside ramp as well as downside ramp. The combination of these two will be giving me a triangle. So if I use the while loop, the triangle will be repeated for many number of times. Hence I can able to produce the triangular waveform in this way. Similarly, with the help of this knowledge, I am leaving it to you how to generate the ramp signal. It is your assignment question. Now the next waveform I would like to generate here is staircase. So this is my y-axis or voltage axis, this is my time axis or x-axis. So this is my voltage axis. If I am in ground floor, I have to reach my first floor, and if it is taking for me to reach the first floor 8 steps. This is in the ground floor I am standing in, and this is my first step. Next, second step, third step, this is fourth step, fifth step, sixth step, seventh step, eighth step. After reaching the eighth step, I can say that I am in first floor. The first floor, this is the first floor. Okay, from 0, first step, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. from here to 8th step, it is taking me, for example, 40 time units or 40 seconds. Let me assume the time unit as seconds. So 40 seconds. That means on each step, I will be present for 5 seconds amount of time. Am I right now? In this manner, 5 seconds. On each step, I will be present up to 5 seconds amount of time. This is the one. Whatever I am highlighting here, this all is nothing but your first floor, and this is the highlighting part is nothing but the generated floor. Okay. Now how to do the programming? Okay. So if it is my first floor, can I treat this one as logic 1? If I treat this one as logic 1, that means it is definitely going to be 2.55 volts, because according to 8557, it is which is having a unipolar configuration of logic 1 at 2.55 and logic 0 is at 0 volts. So 2.55 volts will be the logic 1 value and 0 volts will be the logic 0 value. Okay, let us discuss something, that is in terms of logic 1 and logic 0. Logic 1 and this will be logic 0. In terms of voltages, it will be 2.55 volts, it will be 0 volts. In terms of hexadecimal value, it will be FFH. In terms of decimal value, it will be 255 and it will be 0, decimal 0. Now, what are the, at each step, that means 8 steps I am having from the 0th floor to first floor. Each step is taking how much amount of voltage is the question now. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're right. So divide your 255 into 8 time intervals or 8 voltage intervals, because this is my voltage axis, right? So divide or partition this one into 8 equal intervals. I will be having a value around 31.8. The approximate value is 32. 32 approximate value is, I think, 20H, right? So 255 corresponding logic 1 value. For 255, the corresponding logic 1 voltage is 2.55 volts. For 224, the corresponding logic voltage is 2.24 volts. This is 1.92, 1.60, 1.28, 0.96, 0.64 volts, and 0.32 volts, and this will be 0 volts. That means 8th step is having a voltage of 2.55 volts, 7th is 2.24 volts, and the first step is having a voltage of 0.32 volts. Now we can do the programming easily by having this data. This happens when else if subswitch D is pressed. So if I want to have a continuous ramp staircase like this, it have to be repeated, means I can use the while loop, while of 1. Okay. Now P1 equal to 0x00. I will be on the 0th floor for certain time period, that is 5 seconds. That means you need to complete the definition of this delay, because I have used here the function called delay. The definition you need to provide it anyhow, such that the outcome of your definition should produce 5 seconds amount of time. Okay. Next, after completing 5 seconds, next is P1 equal to 0x20H. That means I am on the first step. For how much amount of time I will be on the first step is delay will be taking care of that. P1 equal to 0x40, delay will be taking care of that. This is for second step, and similarly up to 8th step, that is P1 equal to 0xFF. On the 8th step, delay will be taking care of that. So you can complete in this manner the staircase definition. So that is why I have used it here while of 1 for continuous, because if I assume this as the fundamental signal, if I would like to repeat this staircase for many instances or many number of times, I can use the while of 1. This is an indefinite loop. Hence, it is your job to complete the remaining instructions. this is the description of how you can able to interface the DAC kit with your 8051 microcontroller. Okay, let us move to the hardware part now. Okay, thank you for the day.
Hello students, today we are interfacing DAC kit to 89V51RD2 microcontroller. Here this is the kit we are using, 89V51RD2, and this is the DAC add-on module. Okay, in this add-on module we are using 80557 IC chip. Okay, this is the 80557 chip we are going to use in this lab experiment. Okay, in this we are giving the input to port 0. This is the port 0 input of microcontroller, and we are taking output from port 1. Okay, this is the port 1 in port 1 of microcontroller. Okay, now for this experiment we are going to use analog discovery kit. Okay, this is the dual channel oscilloscope. We can directly see waveforms. Here waveforms software. Okay, in this kit this is the analog devices from company Xilinx. Okay, this is the analog discovery kit. Okay, here we can generate signals and it can be seen on computer. Okay, by using this USB, which can connect it to computer. Okay, now going to this experiment, we are turning on this first foremost bit of LSB, switch it on. Okay, and the waveform is square wave, this seen on this computer. Okay, and another switch, the second switch we are going to turn on. We are getting the waveform of triangular function. Okay, which can be seen on the computer, and we are turning on the another switch, third switch. It can give response of staircase, which is having 8 steps from bottom to top. And we are turning on the fourth switch. Okay, it can give the response of ramp function, which can give the response of ramp function. Okay, and we can also generate the sine wave and cosine functions of using this digital to analog add-on module, DAC module, and it can be seen on waveform software in the computer. Okay, thank you.